It is every football player's wish, especially in Africa, to ply his trade in one of the clubs in Europe or elsewhere abroad. There are those who have done it, some who are back in the country, and some who are still waiting for the opportunity to present itself. In studio, I'm glad to be joined by one of the players who had a chance to play in Albania, but his stay was cut short due to issues that he will be unveiling to us. He came back, and despite the challenges he faced, he rose up, dusted off, and continued playing for his club locally. That is Sofapaka, also known as the Batoto Bamungu. I'm talking about none other but James Situma, who is his club's captain as well as a member of the current national team Harambee Stars that is preparing for the CHAN tournament. Welcome.
Thank you.
We are more than glad to have you right here on GVS.
Thank you, me too.
Well, Situma, just tell us, how did you start your footballing career?
And I played around 4 years in high school. And then after that, I joined Nzoia Sugar. That time I was still at school. But it was, after joining Nzoia Sugar, it was disbanded after a short while. Then I joined Wild Hope, which is City Stars, currently City Stars. And after that, I joined Sofapaka up to now.
Some time back, you had a chance. You went to Albania, but what happened?
We had some politician, Albanian mayor, who wanted to take over the team. So the president, who was at that time the president of the team, said, okay, if I'm going to be like moved out of the team, I cannot give my money to the team. So he was not paying the players. So I said, okay, I cannot be involved in the politics. I have to go back home and see, because I earn a living from football. That's why I came back here. And we had some issues of the visa. So I was forced to come back to the country.
You also had one of our players, Moses Arita, who plays his trade for Thika United. He was also in Albania. Is this the same reason as to why he also came back and went back to Thika United?
Yeah, sure. Arita came in Albania after me, and he had the same problem. So we faced the same problem, and we said, okay, our life must go on, and we have to play football. So if it means that we have to go back home and start again, no problem, because life must go on.
We've seen some players who have gone out there, maybe in Europe, and when they come back, I don't know what goes on. They don't want to maybe to join other clubs. Maybe they fear what people will say, or maybe they will think they failed. There are so many things they think about. But you personally, what motivated you? What gave you the strength to just come back and start all over again?
I really prayed to God. You see, this is my career. It's not the end of everything, you see. I want to go back there again, so I have to start again. And I said, okay, let me have my focus again to my career. And that's why I really talked to the president of Sofapaka Football Club, and he really motivated me, encouraged me a lot, and said, okay, nothing have lost. You are okay, you are in good condition, you don't have any injury, you have to play football again. And it was so easy for me to start again.
You were made the captain again. How was the reception by your fellow players?
Okay, they were happy. They were like mixed reaction, because they saw like, okay, you have not made it. They feel sorry for me. And again, they were happy to have me back in the team, because they know I have some value to the team. And more so, the president had a lot of trust in me. And he said, okay, look, I'm giving you back the armband, and I want you to lead this team, because you have the qualities to lead this team. And I said, okay, if you have trust in me, I'll give my best.
For that short time you stayed in Albania, is it really easy being a foreigner living abroad?
It's not that way easy, because most of the times, if you are used to have your family around, you feel like, okay, you miss the family, because in life, okay, money is not everything. Because sometimes, okay, we play, I want to enhance my career, but beside that, we also have like friends and families, and you do miss a lot the friends and families, but you have to try your level best, because you will not play. We are not going to play the football all years. So sometimes you take the opportunity and say, okay, if I'll be here for 1 or 2 years, I have to make use of this, of these 2 years, so that if maybe I move ahead or go back home, I have something in my pocket.
And then you are a captain of a team that is one of the team that is well run in this country, that is Sofapaka. Now being a leader, how is that for you, being a leader at the club?
Each and every day you have to be at your best, you see, mentally, psychologically, and you have to make sure that the players have a lot of trust in you. As you play, you have to be on top of your performance, because everyone is seeing you as a leader. You have to lead by an example, you see. So every time you have to be at your best.
Most of the time when we talk to people out there, even the scouts that are coming to look for talent, they always say that Kenya is a sleeping giant because you have a lot of talent. Why do you think, what are we not doing right that our players are being exposed after, you know, when you go maybe to Europe, people are playing soccer when they are very young, from 9 and even lower than that, younger than that. Why do you think, what is Kenya not doing right to make sure that our players are exposed early enough maybe for the international market?
As you know, football, you have to have the structures like the academies and the youths, you see. So in Kenya, we don't have such structures which can nurture the young talents to come and maybe replace those who are like ending their career. And also the management. I believe that if you have the good management, those people who love football and who are in need, who are in football to help the young players, you see, I can see that we can forge ahead.
Wow. You as James Situma, do you still have hopes of playing elsewhere abroad out there?
Of course, I'm not done with that. That's why I'm praying to God. When I play, I have to give my best. You never know who is watching you. So I still have hopes, and I believe one day I can get that chance again to play outside the country.
All right. You are in the national team that is going to play for Chan, and I believe this is a tournament for only the local players. We won't see internationals there. How is the mood at camp, and how prepared do you feel you guys are before the 15th of this month?
At the tournament like Africa Cup of Nations, you have the foreign players coming in, and like the local players, we have others to give space for them. But here we are only local players, and I believe that it will give a chance to other players to show what they have. And I believe we have a good team. It's just that prayers and support from the fans and from the federation to see that we go through.
All right. Lastly, I would ask you personally, who is your role model?
My role model is always Lucio, a Brazilian. I like the way he always plays. And off the pitch, he's a Christian. And I really admire his characters on and off the pitch. So I look forward, and he really motivates me and it keeps me going.
James, thank you very much for giving us your story. It is very encouraging to some of the young players who might think that maybe it's over, but by listening to you, maybe they can gain hope.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I return and saw that under the sun, that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skills, but time and chance happen to them all. Those wise words are from the book of Ecclesiastes 9:11. Well, James Situma is a good example for all young upcoming football players, and I hope that many can follow his footsteps. And the greatest lesson that we have learned today is to never give up. Thank you for staying tuned. This has been our interactive segment. My name is Florence Ndongo. See you next time. Good night.